my dog Low. Shots to Low. Break it down.
Been very intrigued by the ongoing discussions around Klay Thompson, his contract extension, and if he's going to finish his career as a Golden State Warrior or potentially go to another team. And now there have been new reports that Klay Thompson more than likely will be playing for another organization by the beginning of next season. As Anthony Slater of The Athletic has reported, even if the Warriors eventually approach Thompson with a competitive offer matching or exceeding the money in years, it has become increasingly conceivable, according to league sources, that Thompson will decide to leave regardless, searching for a fresh start in a different environment, detached from some of the built-up friction of the previous couple of seasons, which is all.
And which is funny to me about even him saying about the friction. This is my first time hearing about there being friction, you know, between him and the Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? We will continue.
Very interesting.
Not a fan of who, Rock?
There has been rumors and speculation. This may be the first report that there has been an ongoing back and forth between Klay Thompson and the Warriors with contract negotiations, and it has still led to us at this point where he still has not signed any deal for the Warriors whatsoever. For those who are unaware, there's actually a new rule set in place to where teams can actually negotiate with players on their roster for contract extensions if they're due for one.
Yo, Brian, you getting old, bro. Oh my God, it's so weird seeing people I grew up watching start their careers. They're getting so old. My God. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it is what it is, but. Oh, wait, which was what? Reggie got traded. To where? Whoa, Reggie got traded? Yeah, Nuggets ain't winning nothing.
Right after the NBA Finals, and that ended nearly a week ago, and the fact that this is the report that we received is very, very damning. Now, how exactly did we get here, and where can we gain some form of perspective from both entities? Well, just
you know, let me know.
Klay Thompson, staple for the Big Three out in Golden State, that has literally revolutionized the game of basketball as we all know it, has played a huge role in the most success in franchise history, as he has participated in 4 championship runs, 5 appearances in the NBA Finals, but more importantly, when it comes to the financial structure of all this, back in the day, he was actually the highest paid player on the roster before Kevin Durant came along. And even after the 2019 Finals, when he sustained a career-altering injury, the Golden State Warriors still decided to give him a loyalty contract and max him out completely with a 5-year deal. And if
say that again for the casual Warriors fans.
To give him when he sustained a career-altering injury, the Golden State Warriors still decided to give him a loyalty contract.
So you mean to tell me, Golden State fans, they gave the brother a loyalty contract, and you want them to give him another loyalty contract? Are y'all okay? Are y'all good? Y'all don't see how that's like weird? Like, if like, why would, like, bro, Raj, I know, I've seen it too, bro. Talking about we should give him the max for what? Like, you Golden State fake Warriors fans are the reason why the future of Golden State is in such jeopardy. You're so in love with the past that we have no future because of you dumbasses. You are the exact reason why. You are the exact reason. Klay Thompson thinks he's still that player. He's not. Klay Thompson, I love Klay. I love Klay. Rock, his dad's from the Bahamas. I think that's why. I don't know the whole thing, but I don't know the whole deal myself, to be honest with you. It's kind of weird to me. But bro, I don't understand. I don't understand how y'all don't get it. They gave him a loyalty package already. You want him to give more? More. And the thing is, and Raj just said it, bro. 17 points per game and 38% from 3 looks good to you actually watch the games and see he's the reason why they lose most of the close games. Exactly. His decision-making has been very piss poor. Very piss poor, bro. But I know what y'all going to do. Y'all going to bring in everybody else and Warriors. Oh, but the Warriors this, the Warriors that. And I do agree with you. I'm not saying that you're wrong. But the issue with you guys is you don't understand that 2 things can be right. Klay Thompson has been abysmal, bro. Klay Thompson does not deserve no max. He don't deserve no 25 mil. For no every year. Are you on drugs? Like, what's wrong with y'all, bro?
and max him out completely with a 5-year deal. And if we're going to be honest with ourselves, that came with a luxury.
Yeah, but
deal
that's not how it's going to work. I do agree with you, though. I do agree. I do agree with you.
He wasn't even available to play basketball. Heck, even half of the 2020.
Once you pick where you at, that's it.
Available, and yet still getting paid upwards to $40+ million, which is all very
that's crazy.
Because where we are today, it helps us gain the perspective of where the Golden State Warriors will potentially come in terms of their ability to give him a certain type of contract that he's been asking for possibly over the past year and a half now. As I'm pretty sure you all are aware, and basically everybody who's been talking about this has consistently reported talking about how, hey, Klay Thompson, he's a big part of this identity, big part of the infrastructure. You give him a contract based off of loyalty. He still has a little bit juice in his legs, so you just give him whatever he wants. However, the Warriors are probably thinking in their mind, we've already done that. We gave him a max contract when he's coming off of a career-altering injury in 2019, sat through 2 years where he didn't play, and once he came back, though Klay Thompson is still really good, he is clearly nowhere near close to where he once was, and certainly doesn't justify getting paid $45 million last season.
Like, are we being like, come on, bro? That makes no sense. Like that lets me know y'all shouldn't own businesses if that's the case. Why the hell am I gonna pay somebody another loyalty package when I already did when he got hurt? That makes no sense.
And speaking of last season, they got really, really ugly, as many of you all.
I don't know, brother. Honestly, I have no idea.
During the middle of the year, Klay Thompson was regular.
Why would you though? Once you play Team USA or wherever you from, bro, that's it.
The tail end of the season, but I still don't believe that the last 20 to 25 games is an accurate.
I want Klay to come off the bench. Don't worry. Hey, Rock, we have a lot of derailers in this community too. Don't worry, you're gonna feel right in. Don't you worry. But nah, though, bro, it's like Klay off the bench was something that I wanted when Poole came back, because Poole was going crazy, and then Klay comes back, and all of a sudden, yeah, Klay, you get to start again. Nah, bro, nah, man, no, yes. Come off the bench. He plays way better off the bench. And if Klay want to all of a sudden have some, maybe he has friction all this time and he never said anything. Let's play devil's advocate. You know, maybe he did. We don't know that. I don't know the brother. You know, but it's just strange how all of a sudden now there's friction in the team between Klay Thompson and the Warriors, and I'm just like, when did this start? Did this start because he didn't get what he wanted? Is that when this started? If that's the case, bye, goodbye. Remember, Klay, all the weird things you do. Remember what Draymond said? When Klay don't get the ball, he'll go at the top of the key. He'll stand there until he gets the ball, or if he does get the ball, he'll just chuck it. If you listen, Draymond Green and Klay Thompson have the weirdest egos on this team by far. So, hope people understand that if they go to any other team, they're not going to deal with that. Hope they understand that. Draymond leaves, he's done. He's done. They're not going to deal with the Draymond of Draymonds. If Klay Thompson want to act like a prima donna and act like a, guess what? They're not going to deal with that either. They're going to sit your butt right down and they will treat you like they will treat you like the Charlotte Bobcats, Klay. I hope you understand that, Klay. You think you that guy. You're not that guy. You're not that guy anymore. You're not. You are off that bench, though. You are off that bench. So if you want to take that bench role elsewhere, too, I'm all for it, brother. No. I'm just saying they're going to treat him like the Charlotte Bobcats, meaning the Bobcats lost every known game to mankind. If y'all don't know if y'all remember that or not. But if you think you still that dude that you was back in the day, yeah, buddy, you are going to be in for a very rude awakening, Klay. I want him to come off the bench. I really want him to still play. For the Warriors, I don't want him to go, me personally. But if he's acting like this, bro, act like he deserves A, B, C, D, E, F, G, bro, you gotta go, dog. You have to go. Simple. I hate to see you go, and I'm still gonna watch you, but
depiction of who he may have been rather than just being on a really, really good streak. But unfortunately, even that hot streak couldn't carry over into a must-win playing game where he shot 0 for 10 from the field against the Sacramento Kings, effectively playing a huge role in why the Golden State Warriors didn't make a postseason appearance this year. Add on top of the fact that Klay Thompson is now 34 years old, and there's been several reports claiming that he wants a 3-year deal while the Warriors are only willing to give him a 2-year deal.
Like,
so giving him a contract that extends him all the way to 37 years of age is definitely definitely a massive, massive risk.
Yeah.
And if you are the Warriors, you got a couple of contracts to sign in the upcoming years.
Absolutely.
The Warriors last year, their roster, they committed $206 million to a team this next season before they even signed Klay Thompson to the contract. They already have $174 million committed to this team. Now, be very mindful that Chris Paul's contract is not completely guaranteed, but even if he's completely
gotta
off
get him
the
out
books,
of there.
we're basically still talking about a team that is committed over $150 million to a roster that still needs to sign Klay Thompson, that still needs to give Jonathan Kuminga his contract extension, that still needs to give Moses Moody his contract extension as well, and a roster that is still fundamentally missing a lot of pieces that they desperately need so they can make the transition back to competing for a championship, or at bare minimum, just trying to maximize these last 2 years for Steph Curry. And in all honesty, I think this is where a lot of the hesitation comes from if you are the Golden State Warriors, because even though, yes, Klay Thompson is needed, he is necessary to this team, especially when it comes to three-point shooting, because if it's not Steph Curry, Klay Thompson is really the only player on his team that's shooting threes at
that
any
volume.
level of volume and accuracy.
Which
There's
I agree.
still a lot of things that this team is needing. They need a secondary ball handler. They need some interior presence. They need a little bit more athleticism to get
Paul George. Get Paul George. Yo, somebody in the comments of somebody's videos said that Klay Thompson is a better defender than Paul George, and I swear to God, I almost reported him. Bro.
Downhill at the basket. Now, sure, some of the young players could address a lot of these concerns. Kuminga getting downhill, being that secondary scoring option that this team desperately needs, effectively also moving Klay Thompson to a third scoring option, which could be great for him.
And I swear to you, bro, he had a Warriors shirt on.
The bench.
Yo, bro said PG was washed. Somebody put his whole stats up and said, how you calling this guy washed? He said, he's not a winner. I'm like, yo, bro, you one of those weird Golden State Warriors fans that just you got to have that bunk stick. And you got to hit him every time in the head, and the bonk sound pops off. Because you just sound dumb. You think Paul George playing with Stephen Curry is not going to make Paul George a better player? Are you dumb? Someone, oh, he played with Kawhi and Harden. That's not Curry. It's not Curry. It's not Curry. Okay? The amount of ISOs that man's going to be able to get is going to be crazy. And then he could just, oh my Lord Jesus. Rock, it made no sense to me, bro. It made no sense. I said, brother, you think Klay is better than Paul George right now, bro? I'm like, are you serious? Like, oh, Paul George never went to the finals. What the hell does that guy do anything? What the hell? It's a team sport, brother. What the hell are you talking? Oh my God. And I saw he looked and I was like, yeah, okay.
Pods, a secondary ball handler. If he improves in those regards,
I would like his ass beat on that drive.
More aggressive, and that's something he's going to have to grow
and Rudy
into.
Can't block
and then you
nothing.
have TJD, who could provide some interior presence on both sides of the floor. Finally, give Steph Curry a lob threat that he's desperately needed.
Always, bro.
A lot of people were
like a bunch of brat. Like they're not real fans. They're not real fans, bro.
A lot of the answers to his concerns on the roster coming off the bench.
Real fans care about the present and the future.
This also kind of goes back to Klay Thompson and the role that he would have on this team as well. Because if all of this is true, Klay Thompson may be coming off of the bench, which who knows if he's okay with that either. And the thing that also really bothers me about this conversation about Klay Thompson regressing, especially when I see from mainstream media, is that people are still talking about Klay Thompson with like kitten gloves, and they don't want to see very honest and real about who Klay Thompson is at this stage of his career. Who am I to tell Klay Thompson who he needs to be? But I do also believe that this is an ongoing conversation about any other team that he signs to as well.
I've seen some crazy.
So many people talking about, Klay Thompson, he can just sign with the Orlando Magic, or Klay Thompson, he can just sign with the Philadelphia 76ers, and it's going to fix their problems. Like, not really. Klay Thompson, yes, shooting 38% from behind the arc is great. It's amazing. It's sensational. It's still better than like 80%.
A lot of people,
but
it is.
Part of the reason why Klay Thompson, going back in 2015, 2016, shooting like 42, 43, 44% from behind the arc was so special is because his ability to move off ball generated enough looks from the defense to where he effectively was kind of creating a lot of opportunities for other teammates as well. And
I'm glad Lo said that. One thing that's not been explained enough about this Klay Thompson debacle right now, no one's talking enough about the fact that his off-ball movement is not as great as it is. And is one of the big reasons why the Warriors weren't that great last year as well. As well as, of course, Draymond being out and, being hurt. All those people being hurt and whatever. Like, there's a plethora of reasons. But one reason was definitely the fact of his legs aren't what they used to be. They're not. And that's fine. That's fine. He can still move off-ball, but not to the degree that he used to, bro. And that has not been talked about enough, actually. I'm glad Lo brought that point up. What you said? The green team, Jesus Christ. Most hate only because they're the only team that beats the Korean one. Oh, they hate him. They hate him just for beating them. Oh, ain't too crazy. About to get their pick drafted, of course.
Which made up for his inability as a ball handler and a passer and just a consistent shot creator off of the dribble. Once you lose that and you get closer to the pack of three-point shooters, your value just all around does.
And another thing too is he puts the ball on the floor way too much now when he shouldn't have to. He doesn't have to do that. Exactly, he's getting older. Exactly, and the fact he think he deserves more money is laughable as hell, bro. Laughable as hell, bro. What did Barkley say? Rock. Talk to me. Because I definitely forgot. Bro, it's so annoying, bro. Like, I'm just like, Klay, like, about his age? Oh, yeah, I mean, it's of course, it's obvious. Like off-ball movement, used to be a great defender. Like, you know, it's a lot, man. It's a lot, bro. And he's in this phase of being delusional and in this phase of, I want to prove them wrong. Instead of just coming off the bench right now and doing what you got to do, bro. It's like, it's more he's doing. Yeah, exactly. He's angry with himself that he can't keep up. Yes. And he's taking his frustration out on a lot of people in the organization from what it seems, because all of a sudden he's now frustrated and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like a minute ago. I think it was a minute ago. But they rewarded him. They rewarded him with that loyalty contract with when he was hurt. You know, they rewarded him. So now he wants to get rewarded again? Like, no, bro. No, he already got paid. He got paid already, bro. They really gave him a new contract while he was hurt. It could have traded him. They didn't. Who? Oh.
See a noticeable drop because there's nothing else offensively that Klay is getting better at, or at least sustaining at, that's going to pick up the value as he drops in his accuracy.
Like, I didn't see him a lot on a low block
if you're
either.
Finally ready to take a trip without
these past couple of years.
When his attack at the basket from 0 to 3 range. Back in the day, he was attempting like 15 to 17% of his shots were coming between 0 to 3 feet. These past couple of years, it's been like 5 to 6%.
But that could be nothing. I don't know.
Back in the day, it was like 3 times.
That could be a scare tactic, you know. I don't know.
Klay Thompson game isn't just a stat of 3-point shooting. It used to be much more diverse. And this doesn't even talk about how defensively he's nowhere near the same either. The idea that he goes to the Philadelphia 76ers of all teams and he fixes a lot of their concerns. No, not really.
They're gonna attack him wherever he goes,
about him operating in a system that allowed him to run much more fluid, a lot more off-ball screens and movement that went around in the Golden State Warriors system.
Me too.
Every other team doesn't
I
operate
don't
like
think
that.
They do.
Don't really know if you're going to get that going to another organization. And so I think that's where a lot of the Golden State Warriors are banking on. We need flexibility financially. We've already given you your loyalty contracts. We kind of just need you to take a pay cut because this team still needs a lot more additions and more.
Who, Raj, the Warriors?
Who you are as a player has seen a noticeable regression beyond just 3-point shooting. However, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you Klay, in my mind, I'm like, I just saw Andrew Wiggins. He getting 25 to 26 mil a year. I just saw y'all get Jordan Poole a max contract.
That's because Jordan Poole and Wiggins was hooping. You weren't hooping, Klay.
Fact, the more I think about it, isn't this what this was supposed to be anyway? Y'all decided not to trade the draft picks. Y'all decided that y'all were going to pay young players, pay us the big three, and pay the people in the middle like Wiggins and Looney. Y'all knew that. And so here we are now, and some of those young players, you ain't got to pay. You don't have to pay Wiseman no more. Poole is off the roster for Chris Paul, who's going to be coming off the books either this year or next.
Did that too,
and you haven't had to pay Kuminga yet. So what's the holdup? I don't know if Klay Thompson thinking like this, but I would be thinking like this. You knew we were going to get here. Juggle a bunch.
And if you're thinking like that, you're stupid. If you're thinking like that, you're stupid, Klay. Because guess what? You're not producing like they were. You're not producing like Wiggins and Poole were. That's the thing. You're not playing like that. So if Klay, hey, you're thinking like that, you're dumb. You're dumb.
bunch of young players, juggle the big three, try to get some veterans in between. You knew what this was going to be. So why are you trying to pull out now? Like, nah, come closer, finish the job, put my name on the dotted line. Bro, get me my contract. And at the end of the day, if I leave, good luck with B-Pod shooting 8-9 threes a game, because he ain't doing it. Good luck in general, just trying to find a replacement
and that's a fact,
for me
real.
in terms of floor spacing, because Curry was already struggling with this, and the whole offense is really struggling with this all.
I mean, Curry was struggling because Curry was literally struggling because Klay couldn't hit the side of a barn. That's the reason. That's why. All the attention was on Curry because none of you else could shoot. That's the reason. They were literally saying Wiggins ain't doing nothing. Draymond was shooting threes like crazy at one point. Klay ain't doing nothing. We're gonna let them beat. We're not letting Curry beat us. So I don't agree with that. If Klay was hitting his shots, it would have been a way different ball game.
Season long, yes, Kuminga is going to be a great secondary option, but he's not a shooter. He's just somebody that puts pressure on the defense in terms of attacking the basket, but that's really it.
I mean,
good
we
luck
don't know
with trying
that,
to get Wiggins back out of his funk. Good luck with that. Like, at the end of the day, and I want to be very, very clear with this, Klay Thompson holds way more leverage than I think a lot of people are willing to talk about, even though he's not the same player that he once was. But also,
I don't agree, but
I
see where he's coming from.
A bit more realistic about who he is.
I see where he's coming
because
from.
when July whatever hits, I think it's like the 6th or whatever, when that day hits, and Klay Thompson goes into the free market, especially if these negotiations prolong for that long,
reality's gonna hit.
Date, I think Klay Thompson is going to be in a rude awakening for what's out there waiting for him.
I agree.
34-year-old wing who's regressed as a shooter, who isn't as athletic as he once was, who's regressed as a defender, is going into the market and looking for a 3-year deal for as much money as he possibly can make. Good luck with your time in Orlando, hoping that those young players can figure it out and that you're going to be in a system that isn't over dependent on you just sitting in the corner. Good luck with you going out in Philly and crossing your fingers hoping that Joel Embiid is going to be healthy enough and you have the passing and playmaking that has been surrounding you your entire career. And I do believe that Klay Thompson is an amazing player,
I like watching
Hall of Famer, but definitely anyone who believes that Klay Thompson is going into the market and getting a ridiculous amount of money just because he's the perfect plug and play player. Like, I don't really see how anyone can convince themselves to give Klay Thompson over $25 million.
Yeah, no, you're right.
$25 million a year is in the ballpark of his teammate Draymond Green.
Like, come on, bro. Come on. Klay deserves $25 million, but Draymond, come on. Don't say Draymond doesn't do anything. Don't say Draymond doesn't do anything. You're just gonna expose your basketball knowledge. Draymond Green's, what he does to this team when he's on the floor and not being a psychopath is a lot more than what Klay Thompson gives in the past couple of years. Let's be very clear about that. Is Ray better than Klay? I don't know. I'd have to, Timber's in the pocket. You stupid. Like, come on, Murray, a former DPOY. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean?
DeJounte Murray
next year. That's funny though, Rock.
On his first year, his new deal makes around $25 million. Triple J makes $25 million. Whereas when we get to the $20 million mark, we're getting closer to around Marcus Smart, Miles Turner.
And even here, it's like
Powell. People don't want it.
It's like that's around the ballpark. I would say like 18 mil. 18 mil 2 years. That's what I would say. Powell's consistent. Turner, we just saw what Turner was doing. Marcus Smart, I'm not too sure. I didn't see him on the Grizzlies too much. So I honestly can't give my opinion on that. But Klay's not better than Turner and Powell. I'm sorry. He's not. Powell's too consistent. Way too consistent, man. Every time I see him play, he's like he about to score 30 every single time. Every single time I see Powell play, like about to score 30. Especially on us, the Warriors. Oh, my Lord. Every time I see him play, bro, he just ready to light us up, bro. Every single freaking time off the bench, bro. I'm like, good God, Powell. Relax. What did we do to you?
Turner, Norman Powell. People don't want to admit it. That's where Klay is at this point in his career, bro. But when it comes to Klay Thompson, I love Klay.
And I love Klay too.
Most enjoyable, funnest, I don't know if that's a word, but funnest players to watch over the past decade. And I want him to finish his career as a Golden State Warrior. To an extent, I understand, like, yo, just give me my bread. Like, y'all were planning to pay all of us anyway. But also, I do believe
you already got paid.
Much more real conversation about who Klay Thompson is at this point in his career.
But yeah, buddy been kind of ass.
Notification bell. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Peace.
Buddy been kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie to you.